These pop culture vamps put the fang in fangtastic. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 vampires from movies and TV.
Welcome to slavery.
No thanks. I already had a wife.
For this list, we're focusing on movie and TV characters that are 100% vampires. No half-human hybrids on this list, and no vamps based on video games.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Number 10. Selene, the Underworld franchise. While we could have given this spot to another hunter of evil beings like Blade, we gave it to a character that's all vampire and all woman. As the only female vamp on our list, Selene proves ladies can be as tough as the boys. She's the stuff of fantasies and nightmares as a death dealer and soldier in the underworld war between vampires and lichens.
Werewolves.
Driven by vengeance after her family is killed, Selene must unravel an elaborate conspiracy before she can satisfy her thirst for retribution. And along the way, she kicks plenty of ass.
Get you out of here.
Number 9. Lestat de Liancourt, Interview with the Vampire.
I assume I need no introduction.
Also called the Brat Prince, Lestat is the vainest vamp on our list. It's only the finest for him, as he loves fashion, theater, literature, and all things beautiful.
Lord, what I wouldn't give for a drop of good old-fashioned Creole blood.
Yankees are not your taste.
Their democratic flavor doesn't suit my palate, Louis.
Sometimes a father figure to his friends, sometimes a dictatorial leader. This anti-hero lives more for carnal desires and less by his conscience than his companions Claudia and Louis de Pointe-du-Lac.
Claudia, what have we told you?
Never in the house.
Give me some.
But if he's learned anything in his eternal life, it's how to come back from a loss.
I feel better already.
Number 8. Barnabas Collins, Dark Shadows. Not an original cast member of the show, this vampire came to town to boost the ratings of this gothic soap. And boost them he did. His story and charm worked for audiences, and he soon became the star of the show. Beginning his run as a lovelorn 175-year-old vamp who's mourning the loss of his love Josette, Barnabas eventually transforms from a self-centered rake to a selfless hero.
I don't want to harm anyone, despite the failure of my hope that by transcending time I could change what I am.
Number 7. David, the Lost Boys. As the leader of a punk-influenced gang, David is the perfect candidate to be the leader of a coven of vamps.
Let go! Unto what? You are one of us, Michael!
When brothers Sam and Michael come to town, they meet the charismatic vampire, who soon tricks Michael into becoming a member of his undead clan.
It's time to join the club.
Crafty and ruthless when it comes to changing his new recruit, David is the bad guy. But he's also kind of cool too, with his leather jacket and white blonde hair.
You don't have to beat me, Michael. You just have to try and keep up.
Number 6. Eric Northman, True Blood.
Who are you? Eric Northman. But to you, the true death.
At over a century old, he's one of the most powerful vamps on our list.
It's no game to me.
With his Viking good looks, unmatched strength, and cocksure attitude, Eric oozes sex appeal, which is why he can compete in the romance department against another vamp like Bill Compton.
And you are Ron, my sea goddess?
There's big gators in there, you crazy Viking. Get on out and let's go home before one of them chomps off your you-know-what.
At the beginning of the series, Eric's the sheriff of Area 5 in Louisiana, with his headquarters located in the local fetish club, Fangtasia.
Are you quite attached to your friend?
She is mine.
Yes, I am his.
Well, what a pity. For me.
But eventually, we get to see a softer side of Eric as he falls for Sookie and loses his memory.
This isn't like you.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. The real Eric.
I am real.
Number 5, Spike, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Angel.
Home sweet home.
A blast from the past of fellow vampire and Buffy love interest Angel. This blonde baddie was purely evil and hated by the Slayer and the rest of the Scooby Gang when he came to Sunnydale.
Nice work, love.
Who are you?
You'll find out on Saturday.
Happens on Saturday.
I kill you.
But after getting a chip implanted in his mind that stops him from killing, Spike enters a dysfunctional relationship with Buffy, and we get to see him play a range of emotions.
No, you don't. So thanks for saying it.
But we still think he's the only vamp who's just as good when he's bad.
You played the bloodlust kind of cool.
I hate being obvious. All fangy and takes the mystery out.
Number 4, Count Orlok, Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror. We're used to seeing vampires with otherworldly beauty, but that's not the case with this character. While he's based on Dracula, Orlok looks more like a monster. Tall and thin with bony fingers and ghoulish eyes, he appears almost alien-like with a bald head and pointy ears. Though he lives apart from the townspeople because of his bloodlust, we get to see his creepiness in action once skeptic Thomas Hutter knocks at his door. Number 3, Count Dracula, Vlad the Impaler, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Count Dracula.
I am Dracula.
Though he's rarely a sympathetic figure, you can't help but feel for this version of the Count.
The luckiest man who walks on this earth is the one who finds true love.
Gary Oldman's interpretation somehow makes it seem like Dracula still has some semblance of humanity. He's more of a tortured soul than a creature out for blood, as he mourns the death of his wife.
My prince is dead. All is lost without him. May God unite us in heaven.
This Dracula makes you think about the beauty of life and how its beauty may be in its fragility. But there's also the bloodsucking. Number 2, Count Dracula, the Hammer Dracula series. Christopher Lee's version of the famous Count Dracula is one of the most horrifying to date. Definitely one of the most bloodthirsty incarnations of the famous vampire on our list. Viewers watch in horror as he seduces and drains victim after victim. Obviously way past any feelings of humanity he may have once felt, Lee's Dracula has no apologies for his behavior. His ferocious portrayal was so mesmerizing, however, it produced a slew of sequels.
The Scars of Dracula.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Welcome to Fright Night.
Are you gonna smash my skull and breathe my blood mist?
Don't suck our blood.
Calm down, weenies. I'm not gonna do that.
Greetings, it is I, the Count. They call me the Count because I love to count things. In fact, I am looking for some things to count right now.
I do feel we'll be such good friends.
We already are.
How beautiful you are.
Now you're just teasing me, like Carl always does.
And we have one dishonorable mention as well.
This is what I am.
Number 1, Count Dracula, Dracula. We had to give this spot to the original Transylvanian Count. Bela Lugosi's performance set the gold standard for vampire behavior, and every vamp since has been a pale imitation.
I am Dracula.
Mysterious and seductive, he draws victims in with his cultured manner and polite behavior.
I didn't know, but that you might be hungry.
But he wins them over with his over-exaggerated accent, murderous eyes, and powers of hypnosis. His victims don't even know what hit them. Do you agree with our list? Which famous fangs do you find the most terrifying? For more bloodthirsty top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I will not do things I cannot agree with or understand.